perseverance, hard work, drive, diligence, indefatigability, pertinacity, spunk.
Before Scott ROGOWSKY became the host of HQ Trivia, giving away thousands of dollars to HQDs each and every day.
I am Gunnery Sergeant ROGOWSKY, your senior drill master. From now on, you will answer only when asked. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you HQ-cumbers understand that?
Before Quizzy McGuire would pal around with the likes of Action Bronson, Joe Biden, Weird Al, and even get The Rock to help him host HQ.
You know what? Let's just take 3. Here we go. Should I clap again? You need me to clap again?
Sorry, Dwayne.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to do the thing here. Hold on.
Yeah, listen, it's great to have you here, but we're live. Yeah.
We're live now.
Yeah, HQ,
this is live.
HQ is always live. No takes, no redos.
Before the Quiz Daddy became one of the biggest live stream sensations of 2017 and took home a Shorty Award in 2018.
Thanks to all the PTPers and diaper dandies, baby! This is awesome! Dipsy-doo dunkaroo! Seriously, thank you. You all get extra lives.
Prior to becoming the punny host of HQ Trivia, Scott ROGOWSKY spent years finding a place for himself in the entertainment industry. He did stand-up comedy, he wrote and performed sketches, and hosted a variety of different talk shows, all while making comedy videos that picked up some serious traction on YouTube. He was already on his way to late-night stardom, interviewing popular actors and comedians on his live talk show, when he got the call to audition for the very strange job of hosting a live game show app. He decided to take the risk on hosting for the app, and it's a good thing he did. HQ quickly developed a massive audience with sponsors and investors knocking down the startup's door. Then one day, Scott almost got fired over a salad. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Scott ROGOWSKY prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, Scott's not the only comedian turned game show host I've covered on this channel. Come to think of it, I did Steve Harvey just last year. You might want to check that out, but you can always let me know who you want me to document next in the comments down below. Also, the best way to get a hold of me is via Instagram or Twitter. Alright, let's kick things off with this intro numero uno. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Cece, come on, man. Jeez, how much you pay this guy?
Too much. Too much.
Can't get us out of the third.
How you guys doing over here?
I'm doing okay. I think we, what do you want, another beer?
Yeah, we'll take 2 Bud Lights, please.
2 Bud Lights, 2 Budweiser Lights, please.
Scott ROGOWSKY was born on December 4th, 1984 in Manhattan and grew up in the wealthy New York City suburb of Harrison, New York. In terms of ethnic background, Scott is Jewish, but anyone who's scrolled through his Instagram has probably guessed this due to the fact that he has multiple Star of David blazers. To be honest with you, I find those suits a little tacky. Now, despite his frequent reference to the jam band Fish, Scott says the first album he ever bought was Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. Great album. And he grew up listening to the likes of Weird Al and Puff Daddy. The Fish love came just a little later. He apparently started listening to them while attending summer camp. As a kid, Scott was also a big fan of sports, particularly baseball, and remains a lifelong fan of the Mets. Scott excelled academically, even getting into the prestigious Johns Hopkins University, where he studied political science and graduated in 2007. Most sources state that he began doing stand-up that year and started appearing in clubs all over New York City. But it seems he actually started doing stand-up much earlier. Now, I managed to find this video published to YouTube back in 2006, in which Scott is not only performing stand-up comedy, but he's also being introduced by Nick Kroll. So let's take a quick look.
Mr. Scott ROGOWSKY, everybody!
Now, getting an introduction from Kroll probably means the dude had been doing it for quite some time, so let's take another look at that clip.
My grandmother turned 96 back in July. Yeah, 96 is a number. It's impressive. I know she likes to read, so I got her the New York Times bestseller, 1,000 Places to Go Before You Die. Yeah, she's scrambling right now.
Scott wasn't just sticking with stand-up though. In 2008, he founded a production company with Neil Janowitz called 12 Angry Mascots. Now, they focused on sports-themed comedy, and they would perform live stand-up and sketches in the New York City area. For example, here's a sketch they did called Roger Federer Tries Stand-Up Comedy.
How's everybody doing on this lovely evening? Huh? Love, get it?
They also began creating digital shorts like this one.
Perseverance, hard work, drive, diligence, indefatigability.
The very first digital short was released on their YouTube channel called Super Bowl 43 Writers Room, and this was released on January 27, 2009.
Okay, let's get down to it. First of all, congratulations on another fine season. Jack, great idea to kick things off with the Brady injury.
On production quality alone, you can see why ESPN would decide to pick up the NFL Writers Room concept as a web series on ESPN.com, which they did. And Scott would continue to work as a contributor to ESPN, the magazine, from 2009 until 2011. Around this time, at least according to Scott's LinkedIn page, he worked at the Topps company making baseball cards. Now, I probably wouldn't have discovered this little gem if Scott hadn't told Splitsider in 2017, and I quote, "Peep my LinkedIn, son, shit's poppin'." The best quotes you can only find here on Before They're Famous. Now, Scott's work with 12 Angry Mascots led to work with some of the best when it comes to comedy. If you're a fan of The Onion, then you know they've got a whole sports themed thing. The Onion Sports Dome. And naturally, Scott was a perfect fit to work on that. He also worked with Comedy Central as a writer, actor, and producer, creating web shorts for their site, atom.com. Atom.com? Atom. Adam. Oh, whatever. Scott's work with 12 Angry Mascots ended in April of 2011 as he continued to embark on new ventures. He was a founding editor and producer of sports blog, Jocular.com, and was a correspondent for a kids sports show called The Whistle, which aired briefly on NBC Sports.
Who would you want to play one-on-one if you could be anyone in the league?
Carmelo Anthony. He's cute and he can play.
You just want to hang out with him for an hour, right?
Carmelo. I love Carmelo Anthony. I wouldn't want to play him.
He was even briefly a correspondent for the ABC News segment called Would You Fall for That?
All right, now a three-part challenge for Scott. First of all, you've got to persuade people you're a bird watcher.
I don't know anything about birds, but okay.
But Scott's main gig while doing much of this was his self-produced show, Running Late with Scott ROGOWSKY. Now, this was a live comedy talk show that he did in Brooklyn and Manhattan. The show was also filmed with recording being released to his YouTube channel. Scott managed to book a ton of impressive guests. I'm talking Steve Buscemi, John Benjamin, Amy Sedaris, Jessica Williams, David Cross. But some of the most entertaining and popular stuff he dropped on the Running Late Show channel were comedy shorts. He got over 4 million views for the outtakes for a sketch called How Not to Orgasm, created in 2013. I'd show you a clip from that, but I can already feel this video getting demonetized. Now, the next year he released a video called 10 Hours of Walking in New York City as a Jew. This one's probably my fave.
Excuse me, are you Jewish? You gotta be Jewish. Are you Jewish? Hello? Hey, Hemi, do mitzvah. Come back here, make your mother happy. I don't need to see your schmeckle to know which way you play, Bal.
One of the most popular videos he did for Running Late was called Fake Book Covers, a video that received just under 2 million views in 2016. He would later do a second edition of the same concept and raked in 8 million views for part 2. After 5 years of doing Running Late in New York City, he brought the show to Los Angeles for a limited run. In 2014, he also did a bare bones version of the show in his apartment.
I want to keep you here because we have to bring another guest out right now. Do you mind?
I would love to see this happen to someone else.
Okay.
This is fun.
Please welcome Mr. Gilbert Gottfried.
In 2016, his experience with Running Late also led to the development of a show with Go90 called Start Talkin', which he described as a pop-up talk show.
I thought this was an audition.
Oh!
Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you're not an actor.
I'm not. It was in April of 2017 that Scott auditioned to host HQ. Now, at the time, of course, he couldn't have predicted how successful the show would be, but the creators behind the app were Russ Yusupov and Colin Kroll. Now, if those names sound familiar, it's because they were also co-founders of a little app called Vine, and they sold it to Twitter in 2012. Sure enough, HQ was another success story. Views were measured in the hundreds when it first launched in August of 2017, but those numbers would quickly rise to the hundreds of thousands. And at the time of this recording, well, HQ broadcasts frequently draw in over 2 million concurrent players. Prize money has also grown. The regular prize money was once just $250, and it's already at $5,000, with special event prizes up to $300,000. Man, if I played, guess how many suits I could have. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Some serious dramas went down in November of 2017 after Scott gave an interview with the Daily Beast. During that interview, he mentioned that he loved a particular salad. When the Daily Beast writer Taylor Lorenz reached out to HQ's public relations team, well, Russ Yusupov responded, and he was pissed. In response to a quote from Scott, mentioned his love of a salad from Sweetgreen. Yusupov apparently shouted, "He cannot say that! We do not have a brand deal with Sweetgreen! Under no circumstances can he say that." Russ threatened to fire Scott, and his overreaction made its way onto Twitter, with fans tweeting solidarity with Scott and using the hashtag #FreeScott. After calming down, Russ tweeted a picture of himself with Scott eating a salad with the message. Question: who's a cliche? Stressed out startup founder? Answer: me. Scott ROGOWSKY, Taylor Lorenz, sorry for being a jerk, lunch sometime, Sweetgreen is great. Scott's fans were not impressed, with one tweeting, "This doesn't feel forced at all, hashtag #FreeScott." And another asking, "Scott, are you appearing in this photo of your own free will?" Blink twice to confirm. Adding fuel to the fire, the app did not go live on time that evening because of technical difficulties. Conspiracy theories swirled about Scott getting fired after all, or even murdered. Finally, the app did go live, and Scott began his broadcast saying, "Hi, good to be here, having a completely normal Tuesday." As the app continues to grow in audience, sponsors and investors continue to flock in. Apparently, the biggest hesitation investors are having with the app right now are the concerns regarding the founder's past. Colin Kroll apparently has a reputation for womanizing, and Russ's reputation was damaged by his firing from Twitter in 2015. With Scott's hosting being such a big part of the app's success, it's unlikely he'll be fired over a salad anytime soon. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael Cred, thanks for checking out this video. I have 2 more for you right here, be sure to give those a click. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and as always, let me know who you want me to document next. See you guys in another video.
You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad.
You don't win friends with salad.